Welcome to the channel and thank you for choosing to watch this video. My name is Jonathan and I work in the offshore global business industry. In this video, we will explore what money laundering fundamentally is and how it is defined by international regulatory agencies and credible source information providers. The United States Crimes Enforcement Network, which is a branch of the United States Treasury Department, defines money laundering as, quote, disguising financial assets so that they can be used without detection of the illegal activity that produced them. Through money laundering, the criminal transforms the monetary proceeds derived from criminal activity into funds with an apparently legal source. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime describes money laundering as being, quote, the processing of criminal proceeds to disguise their illegal origin. This process is of critical importance as it enables the criminal to enjoy these profits without jeopardizing their source. Since I am not writing or intending to write an academic paper for submission to receive a dissertation, I will also include the definition of money laundering provided by Investopedia, which has at the bottom of its page reliable sources used for the conjuring up of the article, not to mention that each article is reviewed and fact-checked as well. In his article, James Chen defines money laundering as being, quote, the illegal process of making large amounts of money generated by criminal activity such as drug trafficking or terrorist funding appear to have come from a legitimate source. The money from the criminal activity is considered dirty and the process launders it to make it look clean. Money laundering is a serious financial crime that is employed by both white-collar and street-level criminals. In response to this pervasive issue, most financial companies and institutions, such as management companies in Mauritius and global corporations holding relevant financial licenses under the Financial Services Act 2007 and the Securities Act 2005, have implemented anti-money laundering policies. These policies aim to detect and prevent money laundering activities. Several key takeaways can be derived from the definition of money laundering. Firstly, it involves the illegal process of making illicitly obtained funds appear legitimate, disguising their true origin. Criminals employ various techniques to launder money, aiming to make their unlawfully obtained assets appear clean and untraceable. The advent of online banking and cryptocurrencies has facilitated the transfer and withdrawal of money by criminals, allowing them to evade detection more easily. The prevention of money laundering has evolved into an international effort encompassing the identification and targeting of terrorist funding as well. Recognizing the significant threats posed by these activities, authorities worldwide have taken measures to combat money laundering and its associated risks. The financial industry has also established its own rigorous set of anti-money laundering measures to safeguard illicit financial activities. Overall, money laundering poses a substantial threat to the integrity of the financial system, and its prevention necessitates the collaboration of various stakeholders, including financial institutions, regulatory bodies, and law enforcement agencies. Let's now see how money laundering works, as it plays a crucial role for criminal organizations seeking to effectively utilize illegally acquired funds. Handling significant amounts of illicit cash is both inefficient and perilous. Therefore, criminals require a method to deposit their money into legitimate financial institutions, but this can only be achieved if the funds appear to originate from lawful sources. The money laundering process typically encompasses three stages, being placement, layering, and integration. Placement involves discreetly injecting the dirty money into the legitimate financial system. This may be done through various means, such as making cash deposits, purchasing assets, or using money remittance services. The objective is to introduce illicit funds into the financial system without arousing suspicion. Layering is the subsequent stage where the source of the money is obscured through a series of complex transactions and manipulative bookkeeping techniques. The purpose is to create layers of transactions that make it challenging to trace the origin of the funds. This can involve multiple transfers between accounts, conversion into different currencies, or investments in various assets. The final step, integration, involves the withdrawal of the now laundered money from the legitimate account. At this point, the funds are considered clean and can be used by the criminals for their intended purposes, such as financing further criminal activities or enjoying the illicit gains. It is important to note that real-life money laundering scenarios may not necessarily include all three stages, and certain stages may be combined or repeated multiple times, depending on the circumstances. Money laundering techniques can range from being simple to highly intricate. One commonly used method is to employ a legitimate cash-based business owned by the criminal organization as a front. For instance, if the organization owns a restaurant, it might inflate the daily cash receipts to channel illegal cash through the establishment and into its bank account. Subsequently, the laundered funds can be withdrawn as needed. Such businesses are commonly referred to as fronts. Overall, money laundering techniques are diverse and adaptable, allowing criminals to disguise the illicit origin of their funds and integrate them into the legitimate financial system. Efforts to combat money laundering require robust measures and cooperation among regulatory bodies, financial institutions, and law enforcement agencies to identify and disrupt these illegal activities. Money laundering encompasses various methods and techniques that criminals employ to disguise the illicit origin of their funds. One common form is known as smurfing or structuring, whereby large amounts of cash are divided into multiple small deposits and spread across numerous accounts to avoid detection. Additionally, money laundering can occur through currency exchanges, wire transfers, and the assistance of mules who smuggle cash across borders to deposit in foreign accounts with less stringent money laundering enforcement. Other methods used for laundering include investing in commodities like gems and gold, which can be easily moved to different jurisdictions, discreetly investing in and selling valuable assets such as real estate, cars, and boats, utilizing casinos for gambling and money laundering purposes, engaging in counterfeiting activities, and employing shell companies, which are inactive entities or corporations existing primarily on paper. Each of these methods serves the purpose of obfuscating the trail of illegal funds, making it difficult for authorities to trace and detect the illicit activities. By leveraging these techniques, criminals attempt to legitimize their ill-gotten gains and integrate them into the financial system. Addressing the diverse array of money laundering variants necessitates the implementation of comprehensive measures by regulatory bodies, financial institutions, and law enforcement agencies. Increased scrutiny, strict regulations, and international cooperation are vital to effectively combat money laundering and mitigate its detrimental impact on the integrity of the financial system. The advent of the Internet has brought about new challenges in combating money laundering. Online banking institutions, anonymous payment services, and peer-to-peer transfers via mobile phones have made it even more difficult to detect illicit money transfers. The use of proxy servers and anonymizing software further complicates the detection of the integration stage of money laundering, as money can be transferred or withdrawn without leaving a trace of the Internet protocol address. Electronic money laundering also occurs through various online platforms. Online auctions and sales, gambling websites, and virtual gaming sites serve as channels for converting illicit funds into gaming currency, which can then be converted back into real, usable, and untraceable clean money. This process allows criminals to legitimize their illegally obtained funds through the virtual realm. A relatively recent development in money laundering involves the use of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and NFTs. While cryptocurrencies are not entirely anonymous, they offer a higher level of anonymity compared to traditional forms of currency. As a result, they become increasingly popular in blackmail schemes, the drug trade, and other criminal activities. The rise of electronic money laundering presents significant challenges for law enforcement and regulatory bodies. Detecting and preventing these activities require enhanced technological capabilities, improved regulatory frameworks, and international cooperation. Staying abreast of emerging trends and developments in electronic money laundering is crucial in effectively combating this evolving threat to the financial system. As a conclusion, the importance of combating money laundering lies in its ability to disrupt and undermine the profitability of criminal enterprises. Anti-money laundering efforts aim to deprive criminals of the financial gains derived from illicit activities, effectively removing their primary incentive to engage in such unlawful behavior. By impeding the process of legitimizing illicit proceeds, society can curtail the funding of illegal and dangerous activities, including drug trafficking, people smuggling, terrorism financing, smuggling, extortion, and fraud. Thank you for watching this video until the end. This is once again greatly appreciated from my side. If you found the content of this video informative, feel free to subscribe to the channel and set the notification bell to not miss out on frequent and insightful content. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.